Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church, and I'm here today to share a little bit again from Proverbs. And as I've said, Proverbs is a book about practical daily living. So here's some advice for today. From chapter 4, beginning with verse 23, we read these words. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Now, let me stop there a minute. The writer to the Proverbs is saying to guard. That means be careful with. If need be, build a wall around, strengthen it. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore what? Your heart. Who you are. Who do you want to be? What do you want your life to be remembered for? Now, I've met some recently who want to make money. That's what they want to do. Well, I'm not going to tell them making money's wrong because it isn't. It's what you do with the money that you make that could be right or wrong. But here, it's your heart. Whatever is the center of who you are, that determines your life. And Proverbs says to guard it above all else. Because if you don't, you're going to be out of control. Who you are as a person determines everything you do. Your choice of work, your choice of a family, the place where you live, what you do with the money you make, how you respond to your neighbors, how you think about the larger political world around you. It all comes from your heart. And some people are kind of frivolous with that thing. So Proverbs says to guard it. Now, here's some things that go along with that in the next few verses. Avoid all perverse talk. Stay away from corrupt speech. Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. Mark out a straight path for your feet and stay on the safe path. Don't get sidetracked, for you keep your feet from following evil. Well, the first here that comes from who you are is avoid all perverse talk. You know, talk is cheap, but talk hurts. I know we've all got a relative somewhere who said, if you can't say something good about somebody, don't say anything at all. I don't really know if anybody ever said that, but it's really good advice. We have to watch what we say. And it's easy to fall in the trap of saying negative and saying complaints and saying things like that are not helpful and not encouraging. So it says, keep yourself away from corrupt speech. Keep safe away from speech that hurts. And then the next couple of thoughts talks about walking. And it says, look straight ahead. Keep your eyes on what lies before it. Don't look back. Keep your eyes forward. You know, so many people spend most of their time looking back. They're what ifing and I wish and how did that happen? Instead of focusing on right now. You know, you can't change the past. You can understand it, but you can't change it. It is what it is. as you hear frequently. And it's the past that sometimes we have to overcome. We are products of all that happened in our past. The good things help us in the right direction. The bad things get us to walk off and go in the wrong direction. And the more we focus on the past and that alone, the less we're going to pay attention to where we're going in the future. And it says here, don't get sidetracked. Now, I'm older than some of you who are listening, and I'm younger than some of you who are listening. But I can say, when I look back over my life, there were a lot of choices I didn't make, and I could have made them. Now, perhaps I made them for the right reasons. I'm sure I did sometimes. I'm sure I didn't at others. But I want to make sure that I don't misstep and go the wrong direction towards what the Bible calls evil. For me, the bottom line is this going to help people? Now, I don't always live that. I'll just be honest with you. If you think I do, you're naive. I try, and I do better now than I did before. And I hope to do better in the future than I'm doing now. But my heart does not want to get sidetracked. As someone said somewhere, keep the main thing the main thing. Keep your life focused on walking in the direction that God wants you to walk. Don't let perverse talk sidetrack you. Guard your heart so the basic person that you are reflects the goodness and the grace of God. And that's what Proverbs is telling us here. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty good advice. If you want to argue with it, well, okay, you do that on your own time. I'm just going to try to encourage you. When we do this, guarding our hearts, watching our language, walking straight forward, when we do that, we will find an abundance of happiness and joy by being in the presence of God. If you don't know that for your life, then I urge you to look for it. Well, thanks so much for listening. If you have a prayer concern, you have a need, let us know. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can to help meet your need. So until tomorrow, I'll be back and share a few more words from Proverbs. I wish you God's blessing. I'll see you then.